Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Trijicon AccuPoint 3-9x40 rifle scope. Now guys, I promised I was going to do a lot more individual rifle scope reviews, so this is kicking it off. I've only done a couple of loophole ones before, but you'll see a lot more in the future. So let's have a look at this scope and I'll explain a few reasons why I've chosen to review this one. So first of all, I'll show you the actual unboxing of it. This is brand new, never mounted. So I'll show you exactly what comes in the box. Naturally, you've got the scope itself with the actual lens covers. Have a look at that in a bit more detail in just a moment. Now, in the pack here, we've got a couple of different items. We've got a lens pen, which is basically designed, to clean the lens of the actual scope. Got a product information card here, just showing different products from Trijicon. A lot of you may know Trijicon from their world famous ACOG, okay, or Advanced Combat Optical Gun Sight. Probably seen a lot of these on a lot of the M4s and M16 style rifles in the US military, because Trijicon, I believe, still have a contract with a lot of the US military, and they've certainly supplied a lot of those ACOG units. You've got a sticker here, Trijicon sticker. You put that on your gun safe or range bag or something like that. Some product information and warranty card. And of course, last of all, the actual manual. Good thing about this manual too is it shows the different reticles and also the different colours that come with the different models of the AccuPoint range. Okay, so let's take a look closer at the scope. I'll run through a few of the specs, guys. First of all, it is a 3-9x40, okay? So your magnification range is from 3 to 9, and the objective is 40mm. So why I like that is because it just keeps everything nice and compact. You can get 50 and 56mm objectives, but that's all right on a long-range target rifle. But for me, with just hunting and general farm use, I like something nice and compact. The overall length of it is very compact as well, 12.2 inches or 31 centimeters. Now the weight of it is just unreal. This is why I really love this scope. 12.8 ounces or just 362 grams. It is a really nice lightweight scope. Has a really generous eye relief, so depending on what magnification you've got it set at, it's anywhere between 3.2 to 3.6 inches, or that's 8.1 centimeters to 9.1 centimeters. It's a quarter MOA adjustments, okay? So in other words, if you're using this and you're shooting at 100 yards, each click will be a quarter of an inch. So let me just show you here on one of the turrets. Okay, it's got the information on there as well, so quarter MOA click. But the good thing is you don't need to actually have a screwdriver or anything to adjust them, okay? So if you want to adjust it, you got nice clicks you can hear, no problem there. And then when you want to reset it, and what I mean by reset is once it's sighted in and you want to bring the 0 value back around, all you need to do is just lift and you just turn whichever way you want and just push down again, and then you can hear the clicks for the adjustments. Okay, so really handy. It is just honestly an absolute no fuss scope, this one. It's also a 1-inch tube, okay? So most of the tubes you get are 1 inch or 30mm. You can get in some of the more larger scopes, you can get 34mm and even a 35. But 1 inch is great. So in other words, like say for example, you got a lot of the Rugers that come with 1-inch rings. You throw it straight on, no problem at all. It's very, very common. Now the aircraft grade aluminium housing on this is extremely tough, okay? 6061 T6 aluminium housing. It's got a nice black hard coat anodized finish on it, which is really nice. It's just sort of like a Cerakote, to be quite honest. Now it's waterproof down to 10 meters, so I mean look, I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely not going in the water or underwater I should say with any of my firearms, so just having it waterproof is more than enough for me. Now the big thing about this scope is obviously the clarity. That's what people love to have in a scope, don't they? Something that looks really sharp. The image through this is just absolutely beautiful. It's a multi-layer coated lens, okay? It's nitrogen filled, so it's fog free. You're not going to have this fog up on you when you're out in the field. The biggest thing that I absolutely love is it's just completely battery free. No batteries at all, and you've got illumination, okay? So how do they do that? It's with fiber optic and tritium just here. Okay, so the light goes in there and through the actual crosshair, which I'll show you later on in the review, you can actually see that color, which obviously I've got here is green, comes up on the crosshair. Now guys, look, I don't care if it's a really, really dark night out there, like you walk around with this and you can still see it just self-illuminates, which is just fantastic. I honestly can't rate this scope enough. I don't often say that about different products, but honestly, you've got to have a look through one of these and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, there's 3 duplexes available on the 3 to 9 model. Now, I might just refer back to the manual. Because save me trying to just talk about it, I can explain it and point to the actual pictures as well. Okay, so you've got 3 different reticles available on the 3 to 9 AccuPoint, okay? First of all, you've got the triangle post, which is available in red, amber or green. Then we've got the standard crosshair, which is available in green and amber. And then we've got the model that I've got here, which is the mil dot crosshair, also available in amber and green, but obviously you've got the mil dot reticle there. Now, a lot of guys, you know, especially if you've been trained in the military, will understand the principles behind the mil dot reticles, but to be quite honest, I like them because, you know, once you work out whatever it is, the caliber and the rifle that you put your scope on, once you work out where that actual shot, that bullet will drop at different distances, you can just marry it up with the different mil dots, okay? And that's why I find really handy about it, because I use them as basically like a bullet drop compensator. They're really, really handy for that. Now the reticle is in the second focal plane. And what that means, guys, is the actual reticle size will not change when you actually change the magnification, okay? So it remains the same size. Now, the make of this Trijicon, in the sense of where it originates from, Trijicon is an American company. However, this actual 3 to 9 by 40, which surprised me, is made in Japan. Most of the other models of Trijicons are made in the USA, but this particular one is made in Japan. In saying that though, guys, I can assure you, like, I have never ever had a problem with one of these scopes. They are just super sharp image, really, really nice, and I've never had one fail me yet, okay? So don't be turned off by it being made in Japan. Now the price for these, look, they're not super cheap, but they're not definitely up around sort of the Carl's or Schmidt and Bender price. So at the moment, depending on the exchange, these are about $1,200, okay? So like I say, not super, super cheap, and that's something that you'd have to take into consideration if you're looking at one, but the features in it are really, really good. So anyhow, let's get out on the farm now, guys. I want to hook up this scope cam, and let's actually get you a first-person view straight through the actual reticle, and we'll do a few tests with it. Okay, guys, so we're looking at about 300 yards away. Now, you can see the crosshair when I actually put it into the light. You can still just make out that green dot, but you watch once I come down to the shadow. See how it just self-illuminates and adjusts to that setting? So you've always got just that nice, constant, illuminated crosshair no matter what the background. And as you can see, just panning around here, guys, it's just super crisp, isn't it? Alright guys, now this is pretty hard to do one-handed, so I'm just going to try to show you what the actual scope looks like under a spotlight. Now we're looking at probably about 50 yards away here, and you could see there if you're scanning for rabbits or something similar, crosshair is completely illuminated. You bring the light into it, you can clearly see everything. There's a moth flying past. I mean, pretty clear optics, isn't it? Okay guys, so I'll finish up with my final thoughts on the Trijicon optic. Now, as I said guys, I do rate it quite highly, and the reason for it is because I've actually got a couple that are my own. These weren't sent to me or anything like that. They really are a hidden gem of a rifle scope. I really didn't know many people who had used them previously. I just took the plunge and got one for myself. But once I first looked through and I saw the optical clarity and just how sharp that image was, and the fact that you've got battery-free illumination, that just sold me completely. So, I absolutely love these scopes. You really got to have a look through one to see what I'm on about. Being lightweight, compact, I mean, they just look the part. Really, really nice. So it's just another option for you to look at, guys. There might be some, really die-hard Loophole fans out there, or you might be a fan of another brand. But all I'm saying is definitely have a look at these scopes when you're actually looking at a hunting scope, because they've just got so many features. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.